of Honor, Germantown, May 25th, 2018. Dr. Althea Hankins is addressing the Day of Honor.
And this is the first time we have Gold Star students.
We're just trying to cross Germantown Avenue. On occasion, on the Day of Honor, Germantown Avenue has been closed off.
They have slept in
But here we're walking towards
these same dark skies as you. They have met a forced informant and have been as brave and true. And the deed shall find a record. And the deed shall find a record in the registry of fame, for their blood has cleansed complete.
We have a guest of honor who will be speaking soon. The Commander Maxley, Bill Mackie, came all the way from Michigan, Detroit.
The gallant colored soldier who fought for Uncle Sam.
And here we are with the flags lining.
Now
this is Memorial Day. We are remembering the soldiers today.
He came to support us. And he is Commander Bill Mackie, retired from the Air Force and Army. He ran the 5th Division of the Army. So we wanted to give him this chance to speak because it's a privilege, and we use the word honor sort of loosely, but it's really not. I mean, when someone accomplishes what he did in that time period, that is just remarkable on all levels. So we're going to let him speak about the need for the community involvement and support for the veterans, because we have got to support each other as a family. And every day is Veterans Day at ACES. Oh, here you go. Can we have a hand?
Thank you, Doctor. Good afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Philadelphia. You're here because you represent your ancestors who are smiling this day out of the grounds. But remember, this started back when the first 350 free slaves and slaves began to fight in the war. Even though the National Cemetery, I understand, of the VA here in Pontiac, in Philadelphia, apparently was satisfied with the injustice and not giving proper due respect. And that created a problem. What I found out this morning is that through Dr. Hinkle and her associates, you have done tremendously. And I understand that the fathers, the grandfathers, grandmothers, aunts and uncles, all who had ancestors go back to the first 350 soldiers that were in the Civil War. Speaking up from the grounds, they want us to do this. Number one, they want us to communicate. They want us to collaborate. They want us to be consistent. And they want us to join hands together. And when we meet the veterans, we're not pointing fingers, even though I could tell you there's over 1 million veterans still sitting on the outside of what you call correct medical care, RE pensions. See, we have over 1 million veterans online across the U.S. waiting for pensions. In the wheelchairs, one leg quadriplegic, and no one correctly have collaborated and thought about design thinking, which means you don't point fingers, which means that you touch the resources. Here in Philadelphia as well as in Detroit, understand, you have power. You understand? You have power. You have resources. And those resources you use to do what? To solutionize probable solutions. And you need to pay more attention to your veterans. And when you do, you find out that you use brain power that you never have used before. I understand that the cemetery here had some injustice. Again, they ignored the veterans. They had tombstones, only the names, nothing in history beside their bodies, only a grave site. I also understand that through Dr. Hinkins and her associates, and with the 30, 40, 100 leaders in this city, came together and did what? Communicated, collaboration, and made a commitment. With this in place, I'm amazed at the museum. I did not expect the museum to have so much history. On veterans from yesteryear, I did not expect that. I thought, well, perhaps she'll have a few pictures on the wall. But I see a huge volume of information that will tell us.
Can I say something? I want to say to all y'all, I don't know what to say. I'm not a veteran. I got a mean, and it's killing everybody around the world. I see you, you see me, see God. He made this happen. God made this for all you. Y'all look at me like I'm a career criminal, but I had a problem to show. And I'm fighting for him. And I answer. And I mention. Time to understand. I don't know what my other trouble has. Y'all some good people.
We understand your pain. Let me have the mic. There we go. Isn't this a perfect example? What happens when we neglect our veterans? The veteran has something to say, and his best of explanation is, did you get the message? I need someone to listen to me. Then you will categorically point out the many, many resources in this city that could help him. I've never seen the gentleman before, but evidently he is a veteran. And when you multiply them, when you multiply him by hundreds, maybe 1,000 more, we have work to do. But again, within Dr. Hinkins' organization, I see a movement. And many cities and states, primary cities, do not have this. And in tribute to those, can you imagine, of the 187,000 soldiers that fought in the Civil War, 35,000 died, and majority, well, less than a majority of them, said 35%, died in the camps.
Right? I wanted to say this to y'all. My uncle was in the Civil War, okay? He fought from 1861 to 1874. His name was Arthur Tuck. and I'm named after him. All right? And I tell you, if it wasn't for God up in heaven, I wouldn't be here to talk about it. All right? But I've been around the world 2 times. I ain't seen nothing like this before. This country had a lot going for them. All right? I'm telling you, this is the best country in the world. Everybody want to come here and live.
All right.
Everybody.
Thank you so much. We must recognize and take time for those who have something to say. One thing that I said, more than something to say, but something significant in their lives. This is why these 2 gentlemen came up. Perhaps nobody else would listen or it would tell them to sit down, or we've got a program. But you don't do that. You listen. And once you listen, but let me tell you something. Monday, Tuesday, you can wake up and be in a horrible position. Veteran or no veteran. But since we are talking about veterans, veterans wake up every day with conditions that are not acceptable after spending the years and years. Let me get back to the 150,000 just during the Civil War. As I said, 35,000 died. Most was due to deplorable conditions. And they died of diseases. So you see, fast forward to the Iraq War, up until today, which really is a Cold War. And in the Cold War, organizations such as this organization have to stand up and be out front. And I understand what the many of you here today, you do understand. So if you tell someone, they tell 10 times 10 is what? Thousands of people that will get the information, that understand as we walk the streets, you have the ability to think forward, to collaborate, communicate, work with doctors, volunteer the programs, do the legwork. I'm going to tell you something, it's mighty hard to be a doctor and then run a museum. So if any of you are here today thinking about it, execute. Do not think. Make your movement. In honor of all the veterans, and I understand they're all important, but keep this in mind. The first Brigadier General, that's the highest you go on, that's the lowest you go on generals, but it is something else for a black man to get a star? A general? Back in the civil rights? We're just not getting 4-star generals. And besides that, we had 25 Medal of Honor winners. So this is why we're here today. And in closing, I will say this. Congratulations to all of you who took time out to support Doctor. The program is tremendous. There's a lot to be done. But when you step through that door and open your mouth, it should be not as a general foreman, do this, do that. May I help you? Communication, commitment, and collaboration. I didn't talk much about myself because insignificant. I spent 30 years in the military and reached heights that many of the black soldiers did not. It doesn't matter. I did because I fought hard and tried to carry others with me. So this is why I'm not talking about what I've done. It's insignificant. It's what we're doing now and what I am doing for the veterans in Pontiac. Programs. Resources, resources, resources. Thank you very much for your attendance, and please give Dr. Hinkins a hand, because there's only one and only, and after her there should be only one. Thank you.
Okay, now stay right there, and we go come back. We have to be honored. We start the honor ceremony. Veterans, please line up. For the ones that have been here before, they know the drill. But if not, all of the veterans are honored all throughout the day. And if you have been honored in the past, we see some of our veterans with their medallions. You know that every time we step it up. And we got something today that don't nobody else have. Chief, come up here. We have something special for you. As the head of the Veterans Brain Trust of the Black Caucus. But if you have your old medallions, you can still come get the new ones, because guess what? These glow in the dark. Okay, we wanted to step it up, but we wanted you to glow in the dark. So we're going to start right here. This is my veteran's wife. She's going to help us. So what happens is, for those who don't know, after they're honored, everyone is allowed to speak, because we need to make sure our veterans are heard and their families are heard. Now, there's a Gold Star family. Where is she? She's getting her uncle honored. Come on up, stand up. Come on, get in line.
I'm gonna do the, sorry.
We have something for everybody today, and please make sure you sign in, get on the phone, YouTube, video, whatever. Tell them we're gonna be doing this all day.
Thank you.
So when they finish the other programs, they can come right over here and get their medallions and glow in the dark, because we love you to death. So, okay, no, I'm gonna hold them here. You can put them on. Okay, we're gonna start right here. Hold on. Okay, now he's gonna put. Now what you're gonna do is talk
It's okay. It works.
And then put it on. All right, Chief, would you like to say something?
I'm just honored to be here, and also to this will go on to the Congressional Black Caucus Brain Trust for Veterans. So your pictures and everything also in Washington. So I'm pleased to be here.
Hey, let's hear it! Yeah! Okay, and then our next, we know, was in the Air Force and the Army, so he gets both. Would you like to say a few words?
Shortly, briefly, my associate is looking at me, and he says, "You're talking too much." So I saw his sign. Well, thank you so much. You can take my hair off.
Okay.
Take it off. Don't bother with my curly hair. Don't worry about it.
See, you're getting two, so it makes it harder. But that you deserve it. You got double dose. You get double dose.
I used to have curly hair way back to the side too in the day. But something happened overnight. Thank you so much.
All right, you can go. Next veterans, come on up. Okay, what's your service? Army? Okay. Thank you for your service. Yes, you may. No, I'm supposed to do that. Okay, there you go.
I want to say congratulations to all y'all. United States of America, I love y'all. I love Baltimore, New York. I love Philly. I love Morocco, Mexico. I love Japan. I love China. I love Arabia. I love all y'all. Peace.
Beautiful.
Okay, just put it on.
Please.
Okay, next. What's your branches? For me. Okay. I'll do it. You just put to them. Go down. Okay, go ahead.
I'd like to say my name is James Thomas Brooks, and I'd like you to put your hands together for all the servicemen that passed away from Edison High School, my school that I went to, and so many of them has passed on, but they fought for this country. So put your hands together for all the servicemen from Edison High School. We had the most casualty in Philadelphia. Once again, give them a round of applause. Edison High School. Who's next?
Right.
Okay. Here you go, sir.
Roger, Army. 63, 67, 64, 64.
That's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Just feels good to be alive again, make another day. Career 64, 65, walked the 38th parallel. Ain't nothing like it is now.
Number 5.
Glenn Miller, United States Marine Corps, Desert Storm in Iraq, 3rd Division, hoorah! I had a crew of 22 men through both storms and brought them all home. USA.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Kenneth Williams from the Army. I've been through many situations in the war. Iraq and Nairobi. I fight a lot. Thank you all. Thank everyone for this service.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Isaac Pullman. I was in the United States Marine Corps. I thank everybody being here who was in the Marines and every branch service out here. I thank everybody else that come today and show support for our veterans. If it wasn't for the support for our veterans, then we wouldn't be here. But I like to think above God, because God made it for all of us to be here today. My job was infantry. I did a tour in Afghanistan, and also I did a tour in Tijuana, Mexico. I'm glad I'm blessed I'm here, and I'm glad that I'm a Marine family here, and all my rest of the military people is here. So this is going to be a good afternoon. Have a good Memorial Day weekend, and everybody have fun today.
No, it's not a song. It's for you. We're going to get the entertainment. We're getting it in. We got Hollywood. We got Boss Man. We got international entertainment. But guess what? We're here for you today. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you for all you do.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sergeant Danielle Jackson. I served 23 years in the United States Army from 1982 to 2005, with 1 year served in Iraq. I am a tractor-trailer operator. I was a medical supply specialist as well. I also worked for SEPTA for 15 years driving the buses, and I left SEPTA driving the Market Frankfurt L train. For all y'all out there that love SEPTA, I just want to say God bless you all, especially to all of my fellow veterans. You are all my family, as well as God bless the families that support us and love us, and special blessings. I'm going to say that one more time. Special blessings to the wonderful and the beautiful Dr. Hankins.
Okay, y'all got to stop that, because I need to get my blessings from God. And so if you do that, I'll get the big head, and I got enough big heads going around here. So we need to be humble. I don't do this for any reason but fear. If I don't do what's right, I know what's going to happen to me. I don't know about other people, but I fear God. And my father was a veteran, and he was a Muslim. And they used to put him in the stockade for making salat, and he still made salat. And they said, why would you fight for a country that puts you in the stockade? And he says, the United States Constitution, like that gentleman said, says all men are created equal. And we have to fight to make sure that happens. And these people do. So as far as I'm concerned, everything we do is but trash for what we should do. But I am very pleased with the turnout, for the people that are coming up, that appreciate what we're doing, and thank you. Come on up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is L.B. Clark. I'm from New Jersey, but I served from 1963 to 1969 in the U.S. Army. Now, I was in a station in Schweinfurt, Germany, and where that was during the Vietnam conflict first started. My outfit, I was in the 3rd Division, and my outfit was selected to train the South Vietnamese. And a lot of my comrades went over to train these South Vietnamese, and never came back to these states. So I would like for all of us to bow our heads and pay homage to those who didn't make it back in this Memorial Day ceremonies. God bless them and have mercy on their souls, and may they rest in peace. Amen.
Those of you that are new here too might not, in addition to being Parker Hall, having Parker Hall, which was a functioning USO for black soldiers in World War II, we also have the Vietnam Memorial Plaque, and it's right outside the building. There's an 800-pound structure that was brought over when the Inquirer and Daily News moved to the suburbs, and they wanted a special place to put it, and it was put here because of our love for veterans in general and Vietnam veterans specifically. Okay.
My name is Arthur Tuck, and I was over Vietnam, and I'm telling you, war is no joke. I'll be right back. All right, we all know that. I stayed over there from 68, 69, then I went back. I thank God that I'm living. A lot of my friends are dead right now, you know, and I'm telling you, it's nothing like this country. I'm sure we have our difference, but I'm saying, I've seen a lot. I can go on and on and on. Thank God that we all here wake up every day. I thank God every day when we wake up. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't wake up. You can turn the page on everything else, but you can't turn the page when you can't wake up. That's a blessing from God. And we are all blessed. We got houses, whatever. It's always a blessing from God. And don't forget it. That is all.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Joanne Coulter. I'm here because I'm here to honor my fellow vets, the ones that came before me and after. I was in the U.S. Navy. I served from 1978 to 1982. Thank you, and God bless.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
I never recorded anything. I don't think I never recorded. What do I do?
My name is Albert Mosley. I did 19 years, 8 months in the Navy. 19 years and 8 months in the Navy, and I transferred over to the Army. In the Navy, I was a bunch of destroyers. We were in Vietnam. We got hit 3 times. We came back, went back over again. I was Insurance Warfare Group 2 operator with the Navy SEALs. Then I became a tanker in the Army. I was a tanker and went with Abrams for 4 years. Then I retired. Thank you. I want to thank all my veterans.
Hey, thank you for your service.
My name is Monroe Handy. I served two.
Here.
Wait a minute. Here.
2 years ago.
Don't worry, it's all done. Let me just put this on the table so I can get your information. Okay.
Served 2 years with the United States Army. I was with the 25th Division.
I'll get your name.
How are you?
Yeah, right. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. Put your number in.
Okay.
Bless all of you.
Oh boy, that's okay. I love you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Manetta Metz. I served from 1986 to 2008, 22 years, retired Navy. I am from a Navy family with my father, 20-some odd years in the Navy, my brother, my niece, and my niece and nephew. I've been stationed in Norway, Scotland, London, Italy, Hawaii. I was a PM personnelman, which meant I had to do records. And one thing I like to thank Dr. Hankins, even though she doesn't want the accolades, but it's because of her that we're having this here. And it's amazing that she's able to bring this to Germantown area, as well as the museum. If you ever get the opportunity to go there and just see the wonderful pictures of our ancestors, our history. My father is